This is the Sony A6000. It is a more than 10-year-old camera. Came out in 2014. Why I'm pointing it out to us is that it's a great camera to use for this project that I have in mind for us. And so I wanted to just walk you through it, because if you were thinking along the lines of what I've been saying, like, hey, let's not use our phone, let's use a camera, this might be the camera for you to consider. Sony A6000 is a lot like, and I've said it many times, it's like the Honda CRV. It's fine, it's functional, it's out there, it does what it's supposed to do, it gets you from a place to another place. It's not magical. And yet, people can take really good pictures with these things because it's a great camera. But remember, because we're using it for this meditation project, it doesn't matter as much if you can take good pictures, even though you can. It just matters that you have something in your hand that you can use to take a picture. So that's kind of why I wanted to put this video together. It's not to go over a whole bunch of technical specs as such, but it's just to say that it's a pretty useful camera. I thought I would go over just a couple details about it, because then you'll understand why I'm thinking it's the one to throw in your pocket. Now, by the way, use what you like. Use your phone if you still feel like that's what you want to do. Buy some other camera, use a point and shoot, but let's go through this. Number one, the price. I always say that this thing is around $300. According to eBay research, it's around $393 on average dollars in the US. I've almost always picked mine up for $300. You can usually get them for $400 with a lens. You can get them for, some people are selling them for $700. I don't know who's buying them at that, but okay. It's a $300-ish US dollar camera. So price-wise, it's more than a trivial amount, but it's not a big amount compared to like cameras, you know, big cameras that are like $1,500, $2,000, $5,000. The camera of my dreams is about $7,000. So this isn't that. We're talking a few $100 if you want a standalone camera. You get them used, you can find them on eBay, you can go to mpb.com, KEH.com. There are lots of places to pick one of these things up. They're sometimes in Facebook Marketplace, almost always in Facebook Marketplace, because like I said, they're the Honda CRV, they're everywhere. So for that price, let's say we go with that. It's 24 megapixels. That's a lot. Like my big full frame camera over there is 20 something megapixels, 26 I think. Now they're different, doesn't matter. We don't need to know this for the tech reasons, but that's like, it's a pretty high resolution camera. So again, even though it doesn't cost a whole heck of a lot of money, comparative to other things, and even though it's more than 10 years old, it's a high quality camera. So you can get pretty decent shots out of it. So that's my big point there, is that it's a very useful, affordable, pocketable camera. So in my test for Pocketable, by the way, I put it up to the test by sticking it in my winter coat pocket. You might have to put something else around, like a small bag or something in the summertime, in the hot months. It's not gonna necessarily fit in your pants pocket, but it's not terrible either. I also show, by the way, two different configurations. I show it with what they call the kit lens, which is usually the lens that it ships with, which is an 18 to 50 millimeter. The kit lens is fine, but what I show in the video too is that you can buy like even smaller lenses, which are called like a pancake lens, if you wanted to make it look even smaller. And that's another great thing about this camera, is it's an interchangeable lens system. You can put different lenses on it if you want to try different things. So again, you can go super basic, just say I'm gonna just take it the way it came, and that's fine. You can put a little pancake lens on it to make it even smaller. You can go crazy and put a zoom lens on it if you wanted. I mean, you could get kind of nuts if you want. But what do you need to know about it? I'll tell you a couple things. It's got, the way I use this camera the most, because I'm not trying to like learn photography with it, there's two different kinds of auto. If you see there's kind of a gold color there, and you see that there's kind of a greenish color there, one is intelligent auto, which does all kinds of cool technology things, and the other is just regular auto. Autofocus. Basically, one intelligent auto says, I'm going to be even smarter, and autofocus, I don't know. I put it in intelligent, I leave it that way because I have other cameras if I want to shoot manually. It's got, on the back, it's got a tilt up kind of a lens. I mean, I tilt up kind of a screen, so you see me on the screen, and I can tilt it, woo! That means that if you wanted to kind of hip shoot, if you're nervous, you don't want anyone to see you taking a shot or something like that, you can do that. If you want to like shoot it from up above, like, and aim down a little, you can tilt the screen the other way. It kind of goes both directions. What it doesn't do is it doesn't come out like if you wanted to be a video blogger. So you can kind of shoot yourself like you're a video blogger, but we're not doing the video stuff. By the way, this thing does not shoot in 4K. It shoots in 1080p at the best. So it's not exactly the best video camera. It's a video camera. It'll make video that you could use if you want, and it's functional and it's cool and you can see it. It's just that it wouldn't show up in high resolution. Like this is 4K. It wouldn't show up like that. So just something to know there. Back to shooting with it though. What I like about this is that there's two different ways you can use this. You can use it with the big screen on the back, but it also has a viewfinder. So I prefer that we try to use a camera that has a viewfinder, because then you're really focusing on taking your shot. You're really focusing on looking through this and seeing what you're gonna see. And that means that we're focusing in that meditative sense. We're only looking through what we are looking at with that viewfinder, right? So we can shut out everything else around us. There are times when that might not be the best thing to do, which is why it's got this big viewfinder in the back. So it's definitely worth taking a look at that way as well. The other stuff I really like about the A6000 is that it's super portable. It's easy enough to take a shot. You could do this in daytime, you could do this in nighttime. When you have it set on auto, it does its very best to try to make things work. The quality of the images are, in general, especially because they're 20 megapixels, they're going to be better than, well, 24 megapixel, they're going to be better than your standard iPhone. If you're up to like a 15 or 16 Pro or above, your iPhone might be, better. Again, we're not submitting these things to Getty Images. We're just taking photos with it. You can get some photos. I'll put up a couple so you can take a look. I like that you can have this with you at any time. It's not your camera, so you can use this for the meditation function. It's bigger than your phone. You know what I mean? It's not your phone, so it's bigger than your phone, but it's the camera you can take with you and make good use of. I just wanted you to have this information so that you could decide if you want to pick something up. This is a great example of something to pick up. Like I said, use whatever you like, use what makes you feel good. It does not matter. But I just recommend the Sony A6000. By the way, it comes in 3 different colors out of the gate. This is silver. You can get it in black. You can get it in white. I don't know if I recommend a white camera. I feel like it's just gonna get dirty. But then again, this is silver, so who knows? I found the cute little silver kit lens to go with it. A lot of people like black because it's not as flashy. Go with what you like. I just wanted the variety. There you go, Sony A6000.